Hi everyone, in this video we will see how to run Stable Diffusion Sdxl with Docker. I know you will find a lot of information about how to run it with the official way, but with Docker it is very simple to manage and to update. You just need two files. The first file is the docker compose.rocm, and you need to make your Docker file for your environment. This is for an AMD card, and we will use rocm/dev Ubuntu 22.04 as base. And these are all the commands that you would run manually, but inside the Docker file you will create an image that you can use it without to pollute your host operating system. So this is specific for my configuration, but the instructions are similar also for NVIDIA and for CPU. So this is the official Stable Diffusion WEBUI. Then we need to install a specific version of Torch dependencies with rocm support. And in my situation I have to use the --pre and rocm 5.6. and this won't be needed once rocm 5.6 will be officially released. And then we specify the port where it will run, and then we also need to use other dependencies because other extension could use also other dependencies. So this is optional, but if you want to use other extensions, you can add here the Python dependencies. So then you can run this command, which is docker compose build -f and the name of the Docker file, which is this one. And then once you have built the image, you can use the docker compose file, and it's this one. So this will support also other architectures like CPU, and it's this one, so services, but I will just use this part, so I didn't test the other parts. So stable diff -rocm, and here we use the rocm file, and this is the name of the container that we will run. And here in environment I added also other environment variables, which is this one, and also it's very important this one, which is specific for my AMD card. And you can also have a look to this tutorial, which is similar but for LLM, so Llama CPP, and here we have similar configurations. And then we can run it. I will provide a link in the description. And here you need to mount the volumes for the WEBUI for models. And I also noticed that some extensions need also some persistent directories. So maybe I could move these directories somewhere else, but now this is the configuration. And there is also this file, which is stablediff.env, which is this one, .env, and this is the full command to run the web server. And I use these other options because I don't have a GPU, I have a spatial CPU. So how to run this? With docker compose app -d, and the name is stablediff rocm, and as I said before, I didn't test the other platforms, so I test just rocm. And okay, so it isn't ready, so you can run logs to see if it is running, and as you can see, it is working with rocm support. So we have the temperature and also the command to run the web server. I try it once again, and as you can see, there are also other dependencies that are installed at runtime, which are required by some extensions. So let's see if it is running. Not yet. Okay, so we have the extensions loaded, and this is the command to run the WEBUI, and now we can load it with the correct port. Okay, so 7860, and here we have a stable diffusion, and you can check again here the models. Okay, so here we already have the Sdxl safe tensor model in the correct path. Here are the other models, also stable diffusion 1.5, the older version, but this is the newer one. And here we can type just an example, a cat cinematic sampling method, and let's do 10, which is quicker. And here you need to use at least one 1024 width or height, otherwise you won't get good results. And let's try to generate, and we can check again here if we have some more info. Okay, the image is appearing here, so it isn't ready yet. And okay, the time isn't always precise, and it also depends on the load you have on your machine. As you can see, from 6 minutes to 3 minutes. Let's try again. Okay, here we have 11 seconds to the iteration, and then we will get our image as soon it will be available. If you don't have a GPU, you need a lot of RAM to run Sdxl. So even if you don't have a real GPU, you can load the model in RAM, but I suggest you to use at least 48 GB of RAM. Otherwise, it will be much slower because it will use your swap space on your disk, and the disk is slower than the RAM. And you also can check here the specs. So this is a Stable Diffusion WEBUI 1.6 with Python 3.10, PyTorch 2.2 dev, no Xformer, and yeah, Gradio 3.4. Okay, this is the image of a cat cinematic. And as you can see, the quality is good, even if we just use 10 steps. So that's it. I hope you found this video useful, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Bye!